Hey guys, it's Corri McFadden. I am here at Barneys in Chicago, and we are getting ready to see the feature collection of Greg Lauren. Tell us where we're at and what we're looking at.
We're at Barneys, Chicago, and what this is fantastic is we recreated something that feels a little bit like my art studio. This is kind of where my collection was born from. It's all about my work as an artist, as a painter.
What brought you over the bridge to wearable clothing?
Honestly, I learned to sew to create a series of sculptures of clothing made out of paper. The same paper that I paint on, not unlike the images that you see on the wall there. And in my paintings, I'd always explored things like heroes and heroic imagery. And so I decided, well, that'd be interesting if I actually took the materials that I use in my paintings and create real clothing not meant to be worn, but to be seen as sculptures. And so once I started doing that, I couldn't help myself, and I started making wearable clothing, and It's gone pretty well since. So.
Is that how you learned to sew? Was you learned to sew paper?
Yeah, I worked with a...
if you can sew paper, you can sew
That's
anything.
what, you know, everyone always said to me, isn't it hard to sew using duffel bags? And I said, hey, I learned to sew on paper, so...
Paper is... I went to school for design. And
so then you understand.
Yes, I completely understand.
Yeah.
So then what about the crossover for army tents, and where'd you come up with your fabrication?
That was born from my own fascination with all of our obsession with wearing military clothing. And I think it's very ironic that we all want to look and feel like a soldier without actually being one.
And these are actual vintage
These are
duffel
actually
bags.
made from, in fact, I think this piece over here is from a World War II duffel bag.
Oh, how cool.
The bags that this was made from were all very destroyed, and I thought, wouldn't that be really interesting to make such a tailored looking jacket, but to literally use a piece like this.
Yeah, it's like deconstructed structure.
Right.
And I know you mentioned superheroes.
Yes.
And I spotted...
Yes.
Is this like your alter ego?
Yeah, the broken Superman, absolutely.
No, the broken Superman.
This is based on a painting of mine, which is all about the deconstructed hero.
And I want to touch, you do women's wear too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
so you can see it's all born from the same approach that I had to the men's wear. And so
instead of having to steal my boyfriend's jacket,
you can wear your very own.
I can wear my own. That's cut for me.
Or you can wear his.
Yeah, unisex.
Yeah.
I fell in love with these shoes.
So the shoe is inspired by a very classic English shoe that I wore and destroyed in the studio, painting in it. It's a new shoe, it's not a vintage shoe.
This is like the shoe that everyone strives for. You go to that vintage store and you're like looking for the perfect shoe, but this is actually the perfect shoe.
And
those are great.
It's called the studio shoe.
The studio shoe. And the boots I saw, which are...
the thigh-high duffel bag boots.
Those are awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. And
Thank you.
I am going to get those for my boyfriend.
Good.
I know. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Well, this is literally a tank. This is a Hanes that I destroyed. Yes.
I was like, these are like my workout beaters.
Yes.
I layer them too.
Are you going to be conducting the interview?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's me. Yeah, I'm ready. Here, I'm just gonna